In every situation, life is asking us a question. Our actions are the answer. But why should we act? Well, first, making no decision is a decision, and often the worst possible decision. In fact, I've made the best of bad decisions. When I was a young manager of a savings and loan bank, I made a mistake the first week. It was a big mistake. When the supervisor came to discuss it, I was horrified and apologized over and over. "No problem," he said. "We all make mistakes." About the time I started to breathe again, he added, "Don't ever make the same mistake twice." I've never forgotten that. In 2013, Jeff Steibel, the CEO of Dun & Bradstreet, came up with the idea of a failure wall in his Malibu headquarters. While celebrating success is a feel-good exercise, Steibel reasoned, he could never tell whether a particular success was because of genius, timing, or maybe just a happy accident. But similar to my experience, he said, "When I fail, I always know why I failed, and I don't make that mistake twice." So, he thought, why not encourage creative risk by embracing failures and the lessons to be learned from them? And he started a failure wall. He began himself, so scripting with a large black Sharpie, he scrawled on the wall what he deemed a personal failure. "I waited too long to start having kids." Others soon followed. One said, "I called out someone for the wrong definition of decimate. Turns out I was wrong." Another said, "I stayed mad at my parents for years when they made me change schools. Turns out they were right and I could have enjoyed the whole thing." The point is, once we share our failures, others also share. And we all learn. At least we are doing something. We are experimenting. We are trying. In almost every class I teach, I encourage a failure wall. It's a digital wall, of course. It has brought many revelations, laughs, a few tears, and lots of wise quotes about failure. Charlie Chaplin said, "Failure is unimportant. It takes courage to make a fool of yourself." And from RFK, "Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly." I am touched every single semester with my students' revelations. Just last week, one said, "I'm a freshman this year, and I have definitely learned that grades don't determine your self-worth." Another, a parent dealing with homeschooling, said, "I am bad at this, but I keep telling myself I am trying my hardest, and this won't last forever." And one summed it up by saying, "I hate admitting when I'm wrong." Here's one final quote. "One failure is that I spent way too long letting other people dictate how I feel about myself. Once I had a change in mindset, I realized how much I've been holding back and how much lighter I felt. That was a huge turning point for me." Think how powerful that would be for many of our kids to know that someone else has experienced that. So, why are we here today? We are here to act, to fail, and to get back up and act again. Let us begin.